My family says that I talk too much. I find that I find that untruthful.
No.
Truth
That's
hurts.
not truthful.
Truth what?
Truth hurts.
What?
Yeah, that is true.
We're not going to be here forever talking to this guy.
Right.
What? Guys?
I bet.
She's not
I
wrong.
bet it's over an hour.
We got
Maybe.
I bet it's out over an hour and a half.
What? I mean... All right, here we go. Ready? There comes a time in every man's life where you got to make a decision. It may not be the decision you want to make, or it may not be the perfect timing, right? But if it's something you've thought about for a long time, it's never really a good time to do it. You just have to do it. And I'm here to tell you that's part of the reason why I do this thing, is because it pushes me to do things that I've always wanted to do, but have never done it. And I hope it pushes you to do the same thing. So, as you can see, we've got the trailer hitched up. I got the boys here with me. Say hello, boys.
Hello. Hello.
All right, we got Mrs. Streetcar Chronicles in the truck. The boss, if you will. And you're probably wondering, why is this hitched up? And you're probably thinking, oh man, with that intro, Ryan's done something drastic with Honcho. The answer is no. No. Honcho's not going anywhere. But we have found something that I have actually seen for sale for a while now, and I don't know if it's just the price was wrong, or the fact that it didn't have a title that deterred people, or where it was at. I don't know, but it's back up for sale, and I had to jump on it. I talked to the wife, she agreed. Let's just go get it, and that's what we're gonna do. The guy's got a title now, and we're gonna head our happy asses down to Longview, Texas, which is about 3 hours from me, and we're gonna go pick up something sweet, something I've wanted for a long time, and I cannot wait to get it on the channel. And I think you're all gonna love it just the same. It's pretty freaking rad. Ready, boys?
Yeah.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
There's the boss. Say hello, boss.
Hello, boss.
No, but you're the boss, are you?
Yes.
Yeah. So she, I gotta wipe the camera off here. Goodness gracious, it started raining on us again. It's a gloomy day here in Denton, Texas. But we've got the boss here because she is the mind and soul of the operations of Streetcar Chronicles, wouldn't you say?
I would say.
Okay. She's also our legal counsel. She is legally advised us against doing this.
True.
But she's also behind it 100%.
Okay.
So let's go, huh?
Yeah.
It's always good when you got the wife on board.
Mm-hmm.
I go to bed early and I hope when I wake in the morning I'm someone different.
We just stopped at the, what is this place?
Duke's.
Duke's. Gas station, furniture, barbecue, treats, and she's always interrupting me. Always. God, she's so rude. Little British lady in the phone telling us where to go. Anyway, everybody's still super excited, right?
Oh, yeah.
We got about, how long we got?
I don't know. I'm trying to get it to pop up.
You gotta love technology. It works really well.
In 900
1 hour and 3 minutes
left onto I-20.
until we get to the destination. USA Discount Fireworks. If you need some, that's where you get them. A lot of stuff to see in the town of, where are we at? Canton. My brother-in-law Cole lives out here, and they tell me all the cool stories about hanging out at the shed place or the container junkyard mulch place.
322 South Estes Park.
Sounds fun. Anywho, gonna keep on rocking and rolling because we got stuff to do, right?
Right.
We got places to be and stuff and things to get. Possibly, maybe, it's possible, but possibly.
We'll see.
Yay. That's okay. I was wondering you, hey, how's your day going?
My family says that I talk too much. I find that I find that untruthful.
No.
Truth
That's
hurts.
not truthful.
Truth what?
Truth hurts.
What?
Yeah, that is true.
We're not gonna be here forever talking to this guy.
Right.
What? Guys,
I bet.
She's not
I
wrong.
bet it's over an hour.
We got it.
I
maybe.
bet it's out over an hour and a half.
What? I mean,
I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. And I can't wait to get on the road again.
No.
just can't. What?
No. No.
We're about 0.6 miles out, so let's get in here and let's take a gander poo at this thing. See if it's all it's cracked up to be. You excited?
Chevy.
Excited? You excited?
There's a car right there.
The excitement is levels through the roof. That's freaking wild.
It's got a bump stick in it.
Yeah. So my good friend, he's a bug guy now,
Yeah.
and
I do all my own machine work, all the cutting all the heads. I got I got all the meal and everything.
Yeah.
There's a set of the heads off the next motor's going in the car.
Look at that.
Turbo. That's a turbo motor.
What is this
That's
up
fast.
here?
That's a 56 Cushman.
Cushman.
1956 original paint.
Look at that.
See all those striping on the tank and the headlight? And
Yeah.
It's got the same on the back fender. It had leather saddlebags and everything on it.
Boy, that's something else.
Original paint. I rode it 200 miles
Did you really?
about 2 years ago. Yeah.
This is
The
cool.
coil went out on it.
Dude, I love shops like this. There's like,
This is just a storage building. That's
Yeah.
all I use it for.
yeah.
You
But,
know.
I mean, look at all the. I mean,
Oh yeah.
that's
They
crazy.
come out of the belly of a battleship in World War II, 1941.
Did it
Monarch.
really?
Monarch lathe, yeah.
Wow.
It's got a U.S. Defense tag. You'll see it right up there on top. It's a U.S. Department of Defense or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And it had another tag on it, said USS whatever it was.
Man.
Battleship.
That's,
I mean, it's hard to think, you know, that thing weighs 8,500 pounds.
oh,
That thing weighs like 8,500 pounds.
yeah.
Almost 10,000 pounds. And it's like they had that in the ship. Well, yeah. They didn't have any parts where they were. They had to build them.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
to
true.
To keep it going.
Yeah, you gotta make them out there.
They were in the South Pacific somewhere.
Yeah, you're not gonna just shoot the land real quick and get something made.
Hello.
Hey, come here.
Hey, I'm fine. Oh, I can film.
So you can winch it. So you can get across the road. Yeah. Well, there's an eye right there. Keep going on. You see it? Go down. Right there. See it? Oh, yeah. There we go.
Alright.
Has an eye on it. And you keep it coming kind of to the left.
Yeah. Let me check the front trailer out. Let Jackson knows the trailer out.
Okay.
That way, in case it wants to. I guess it ain't gonna roll fast. But
No, it's not gonna roll. No, I mean, it will once you.
It goes black.
We touched it. Say hello.
Hello. Kind of.
I'm behind the camera.
Mom made a film?
No, I'm fine.
you filming?
Well, it takes a long time.
What? Say hello. I already did. Say hello. It finally starts to go. It's just moving right and it's going to move over up there and
Catching on the inside of the rim, we're catching.
okay, then get up on the train.
I gotta undo it now. Stuff's trying to come off. Oh, is it? Yeah. Yeah. Can you reach it?
Okay, you have to do it for me. Do it for me. Okay.
What are you doing, man?
Well, is this Duddy?
Oh no. Sorry. AT&T error 509. The AT&T customer you were trying to reach is no longer in service.
Well, I checked the number and I think that you really screwed me over.
I've got nothing to
In
do with
700
this.
feet,
But,
turn.
Texas thanks you.
I told her, I was like, you have to call and be like, you screwed me, man.
I had nothing to do with this. I was called and asked for advice. I asked what advice he wanted to hear. I gave it to him, and then I just gave him more advice to prevent you from killing him.
He did. He gave me really solid advice. I've got a whole box of wine in the back of the truck here.
Right.
You said box, right, Daddy?
No, not the box line.
Shit! Shit! Well,
Jeez.
we made it home.
Ow, that's right.
How was it? Everybody have a good time?
Yes!
Huh?
Oh yeah, my legs are feeling great.
Honey, how do you feel about the purchase? Now that it's been behind us for a while. Huh?
I'm going inside.
Okay, I love you. Hey, I love you, babe. Okay. Hey, I think she loves it, guys. I don't know. Put in the comments below. Does she love it or does she hate it? I mean, it's magnificently awesome. He likes it.
Yes, I do. I'm really excited.
Tell you what we'll do.
That's how excited I am, actually.
It's a little dark now. Somebody's getting some out there. It's a little dark now, so why don't we just wait till daylight and then we'll peruse what's on the inside, maybe do a little cleaning on it right now. Well, there it is in all of its glory. It's been setting for the better part of, you know, I'm getting mixed information here. It's been setting for at least 30 years. It may be a little longer than that, but 30 years at least. But what we have is a 1955 Chevrolet. What I thought was a business coupe is actually a 210, and you can tell that because it has filled holes where the 210 chrome was, and actually the car came with all the chrome around the windows and stuff, so it's kind of cool. The 55 Chevrolet, obviously, you know, it's an iconic car, right? For a lot of different reasons, but to me, it I don't know, it's kind of like the, I don't know, it's one of those cars that you always want but you never can either afford, or, you know, or want to try to afford, because they're, you know, usually pretty expensive. And quite frankly, if I had a 55, I would really want it like this. I mean, I love them as race cars. I don't really love them as stock drivers. It's not really my thing. This car has a lot of history behind it, whether it be, you know, big history or not. It's still got a lot of history, and it ran at a lot of local tracks that some of them we still run at today. One of them was one of the first tracks I ever cut my teeth on, and that was at Green Valley Raceway. And Green Valley, well, Race City is what they call it. Green Valley Race City was the actual name, but it was in a town called Richland Hills, and or North Richland Hills. And in North Richland Hills, back in the 60s, there really wasn't a lot out there. It was a lot of farmland. And the track sadly closed, I think in 86 or 87. I was just a little guy, but I remember the times that I went there with my dad very well, like almost eerily well. And so the track always had a significance to me, because it was really what started the love for race cars. And this particular car, I mean, obviously it's still wearing a badge here, 1980 Bracket Finals Qualifier, Green Valley Race City, NHRA, and I think it's like a Monza funny car of some sort there, which is really cool and gives it even more significance to me, because it's a piece of automotive history that may not mean anything to anybody else, but to me it really means a lot. So you know, she's got your normal creature comforts of a 1955 race car. The door opens and shuts with ease. Of course, they had the aluminum, barely corroded at the bottom race panel here. However, you're not going to be able to see it, but the window regulator is still intact. Here we have, okay, so we got a lot to talk about in here. Let's just go over this. Now, I've already cleaned this out because I had a lot of parts in it, and we'll go over that in a minute too. But, you know, the firewall's been moved significantly. And then we have the good old door in the dash so that you could let down and grab the magneto and yank the timing in it, as they used to say. Just, what's the time it set at? I don't know. Sounds good, you know. And then, you know, fuel line from the trunk to the inside of the car and then out seems safe. But, you know, I want to say I was told that this car was built in the late 60s, so obviously safety was, you know, a lot different thing then than it is now. But the roll cage, as you can see, not welded at the bottom, goes to the wheel tubs, which are made out of tank steel. And then you got the main hoop, which, hey, it's got a helmet hanger on it. That's not bad, huh? But it comes along here and then kind of sections into the B-pillar. I'm not really sure. And then, you know, you get down here and it's all just like, yeah, we'll just stop. That's probably good. You know, rust-wise, it's not horrible. And this sucks right here because that wheel tub was never sealed off to the side of the car. So, you know, water get up in here and leak down, and probably leaked from the Lexan too. This is a little soft here. Of course, it's got a good old-fashioned patch panel. Over there isn't horrible. I'll tell you, we'll get over there in a second to the captain's side of things. Hey, watch this. I mean, like 80 years old, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. Do the math. 55 minus, you know, time from now back to then, 117 years old. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that one more time. Hey, come on. Same thing over here. We got a little bit of daylight now. We'll talk about this daylight here. This was man-made. I'm not really sure what, you know, I guess the floor was maybe rotted out there at one point in time, and they, you know, that was there. Yeah, it looked different, of course, before the guy pulled it up. But so this car is chopped. It's chopped 4 inches or so, if, you know, depends on where you measure. But it wasn't done traditionally. It was done, you know, to get it done, kind of thing. And so when they chopped the car, they cut out the piece with the VIN number on it. So we had to find the VIN number on the frame. The other guy did, to get the title to it and to get it registered, or to get it a title certificate for it. And then, you know, whenever I get it done 9 million years from now, then I can get it registered. But same thing with the cage over here, super safe. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with all that yet, but I know all of that's coming out. This seat is gonna have to be lowered because when I get in there, my head's about 1 inch from the roof, so that's not gonna work. But everything's been moved backwards. It's pretty awesome. Obviously, trying to get weight transfer, that was a big thing back in the day. I think they had 8 to 10 inches from the rear. Was it 8 to 10 inches from the front spark plug back they could go, something like that. I don't remember what the rules were, but yeah, pedestal for the tack, and then you're just, hey, fuel pressure, water temp, and oil pressure. That's all you need to know. And then a red light up there if things are going south. Of course, you got your, you know, toggles, you know, if you need to shut it down, you know. Drum brakes all the way around. I would pull this off, but I'm going to hold off for now because I don't have any help at the moment. But just going to give you an idea. Here's the top. It had a scoop. Scoop's a little torn up. But firewall's moved back, you know, pretty significantly. Now, the 55s had a bow in the firewall, but not that much. And then if you come down here, you know, obviously we've got radiator mount in the cross member area. And we need to make some braces to kind of go across this. At one point in time, this thing did have a tilt front end on it. I'm not really sure what happened with that, but I'm pretty sure this front end was tiltable. But, you know, it's a lot of work. You can see, you know, when they chop the top, you're supposed to kind of stretch the roof out and, you know, pie cut it or section it in 4 sections and kind of bring everything out. But they didn't do that here, and so we have partial dash cowling area exposed. Same thing with the back, and they try to put Bondo over the top of it and kind of carry the contour down to the trunk lid, which, you know, surprisingly, I've pulled a lot of this off and no rot. So it's cool. The trunk, well, trunk's the trunk. You got an aluminum tank of some sort, obviously, to hold the fuel, which this will be restored and left in the car. A wooden battery box, which obviously didn't do the job over the years, and that battery acid really did a number in the trunk pan. But that's okay, because the car actually came with a new trunk panel piece that goes here. But I may end up doing some type of aluminum floor back there to kind of keep it light, because those wheel tubs are not light. Of course, I did the old 60s flare with the round tube in here. You know, it's starting to show signs of weather, but it's really, I mean, it's not, I mean, look, the rockers are not rotted through, which is amazing on a 55, especially one that's been sitting outside forever. You know, of course, we got fiberglass up here, so I don't have to worry about any rust. But, and I have the other headlight bezel. You know, this one's in, but I gotta grab the other one. So I think we can put headlights back in this thing with some buckets. Other rockers, I mean, the same way. Look at it. It's solid as can be. It's just at the top. So the car actually came with new rockers. So I may section the top of them. I don't know. But aside from some floor patching, I don't think I need to replace all the floor. I'm just going to patch it in a few spots, but better than the way it was back then. Cool thing is the bumpers have been, or at least the bumper, because there's only one on the car, was cut and narrowed at some point in time and tucked into the car. It's really nice and tight. Yeah, something weird, dude. This is an interesting car, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty interesting.
What I was told is it was a small block car for a long time. High revving, obviously. Manual transmission, and then it moved to clutched 400. And there was rumor that they were going with a blower and either a small block or big block setup, but no one could confirm or deny it, but I think I can confirm that, and I'll tell you why. First of all, these are the rims that were on the car when it was raced. They're 15 by 15 center lines. The thing's got wheel well for days, so those might get a high polish or a gold anodized and put back on the car. I'm not really sure yet, but those are not going anywhere. I don't really like these. Obviously it's a Pontiac mag, but I do love the Anson. I believe those are Ansons. The slot mag look, so I don't know. I may find a set of slots for the front, or I may just throw a set of Kragers on it because the old mix match was cool. Of course, you got the Lakewood ladder bars, and you know, coil spring suspension that was, I mean, I don't know. It's got a Dana 60 in it, which is great. We think it's got 488s in it. We're pretty sure, but Panhard bar. It's a drum brake car, you know. I mean, that's what they ran back in the day. Nobody cared about stopping. So, let's talk about some of the things we found inside. Obviously, we found the new rockers, which is great. All the trim pieces, which I've already put in the shed. We won't go into that. I mean, it's just trim pieces, right? It's mainly all the stuff that goes around the doors and the windows and stuff. None of the side trim. I think that's all been negated. But, so the rumor was that they were putting either a big block or a small block in the car. And going through it, I find that. And I don't know if they were using it for mock-up or what, but this is a pretty sure 671, and I'm pretty sure it's a GMC blower. Not 100% on that, but pretty sure it may be like a Mooneyham or something. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell, but anyway, the coolest thing about it is check this intake out. Now that is a interesting blower intake, isn't it? Yeah, let's spin it around here. This is interesting. So it's an Offenhauser, and I know Offenhauser made blower intakes at some point in time, but I thought this one was kind of awkward because that seemed like a, I don't know, that just looked weird to me. And I started looking closer and I'm like, huh, that's been machined. And we got a burst panel over here. And then I'm like, wait a minute. It's got port work done. It ain't the greatest, but it's got port work done. And then I started looking here. I'm like, these guys made their own blower manifold out of a freaking 4-barrel intake. They most certainly did. So that's freaking awesome. Now I have the front and rear cases to this thing. There's no guts, there's no rotors, there's no gears, there's none of that. No snout, nothing. But that's pretty neat to me. And even if that ends up just wall art, I mean, come on. So, found headers in the car. Found some collector Y dumps, all kinds of crap. And yes, this is a long-term project. This is not something that's just gonna be like, hey, you know, 7 days later, Chip Foose and the team turn this baby out into something. No, it's not gonna happen here, but it is something that I will work on and I will push forward. You know, we have Honcho. Honcho's not going anywhere. It's right here, right? And so my goal is to get this squared away and get it right. And then we are going to work on Jake's truck some this winter, because there's an event coming up in April that I'd like to try to go to. And it's a big truck show event in Oklahoma, and I'll post some stuff up about it as well. But some of our friends from the No Name Nationals are going to be bringing their trucks down there, so it'd be kind of neat to bring some of our trucks from our channel. Dustin's Red 72. Brandon's got a Bullnose that was his brother's. It's been Crown Vic swapped, and I think it's got a 331 or something in a 5-speed. And then Dave's Powder Blue truck. So I think it'd be cool to get the 5.3 and the 5-speed. Maybe I can get it at least in the truck and running, and try to make the show on Jake's truck. That's what we're gonna shoot for. I don't work that fast, but we'll see. But after we get some things going on it and get Honcho fixed with the Holly set up, which that's also got plans in the works. I was waiting to get this car because there was a part inside of it that I wanted, which was another tunnel ram, and it was actually almost brand new looking. And but it turns out that that was actually stolen. Those pictures that were taken 3 or 4 years ago, and that somebody had broken into the car and stole some of the stuff. So we didn't get that, but we did obtain some really rough but gold Moroso small block valve covers. Now, probably thinking to yourself, what's going on with that? Why are you getting those? Well, I've talked it over with my buddy Chad from Square Body Stuff, and he happens to have a motor in his shop that he's never going to use that would really kind of fit, you know, what this car was originally, which was a small cubic inch high revving engine. And he's got a 283 with some power pack heads, and we're just spitballing and throwing some stuff around, and we thought it'd be really cool to kind of build a small inch engine, you know, with a lot of gear and a 4-speed, and just see what it'll do. You know, the goal is to try to get it back moving again and running again. Now, whether I paint it or, you know, go through the troubles trying to fix all the body work and stuff, I don't know. I'm not rich, and I don't get paid to do this, you know, so I can't afford to rebuild this car. But what I can do is get it back moving again, and that's the goal. I'm gonna start with the inside. We obviously need to get some of that unsafe safety equipment out of it. I think that's going to be the number one goal. Pull the glass, the Lexan. We're gonna probably wait on the Lexan for a minute because the car's going to have to sit outside, but I am going to tarp it. But we need to pull that out and go through, you know, and get some of the floors fixed and tidied up, and then go in with some safety equipment, which I'll probably get with Shannon or somebody on. But, you know, this is a long-term goal, and I want to see it through, and we're going to see it through, and I hope you enjoy it. You're not going to see it right away. I mean, I might do a little bit here and there, but there's too much going on. But it is here, and it is in the plans and in the works to come back to life, and it will be a gear jamming, small block car, at least in the beginning. Now, whether it turns into a big block car and you know, a clutched 400 or something like that down the road, who knows? But it's got a Dana 60 in it, so we know it's got plenty of rear end. It's just, can the chassis handle, you know, a motor like Honcho? I mean, no, I don't think so. Not me. I wouldn't want to. It's not safe. But, you know, maybe we can do some things to it to make it safe. You know, but I have you know, Chad has a great idea, and I think it's going to be great. We'll build this thing together, 8.5 hours away from each other. And either he'll bring it down here and we'll put it in, or I'll bring it up there and we'll put it in at the Square Body Stuff headquarters. But I think that'll be really cool. And I have some other plans and ideas, like for radiator placement and some other stuff that I think you'll like. But this car, I will drive this car on the street. and it will run down the track again. Guarantee that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along with the journey to pick up this sweet, unnamed 55 Bel Air. Jake, any last words?
Like, share, always, I mean always subscribe.
Always be scribing.